Hello everyone, welcome back to Football 365 channel. Today, we will discuss about Manchester United showed weakness in a 0-1 defeat against Newcastle in Premier League. The match between Manchester United and Newcastle seemed like a chance for Erik Ten Hag and his team to redeem themselves after a disappointing performance in the Champions League midweek. However, the minutes at St James Park were nothing short of a mental torture for the Manchester United fans, as their hearts devoted to Old Trafford suffered once again. Perhaps, they have grown accustomed to weekends that are not so joyful when their team plays inconsistently. However, the away game against Newcastle clearly witnessed the complete collapse of their belief and patience. The match redefined the Big Four in the Premier League, suggesting that Manchester United should not cling to the glory of the past. Therefore, their spot in the crowded top four should be replaced by another team with consistent quality and ambition, such as Newcastle. Meanwhile, Manchester United, in their current form, remains a mere red jersey chasing the ball in vain, accompanied by a seemingly helpless coach on the sidelines. It appears that Erik Ten Hag might be counting down the days until his inevitable dismissal. It is plausible that by December, Manchester United will seek a new leader in the hope of turning around a disastrous season. Manchester United fans had reservations from the start, particularly regarding the surprising decision by Erik Ten Hag to pair Luke Shaw with Maguire in the center of defense, pushing Diogo Dalot to the bench, and deploying Dalot as a left back. Furthermore, despite being fully fit, the World Cup winning and highly decorated Raphael Varane continued to be overlooked. As a result, Manchester United's left side became vulnerable in the first half, with Diogo Dalot struggling against the pace of Miguel Almiron and the experience of Kieran Trippier. Despite the recent 3 consecutive wins in the Premier League, it seemed that Manchester United's resurgence was merely a facade, as their weaknesses were exposed by a genuine opponent like Newcastle. The first 45 minutes revealed a more dismal face of Manchester United. The energetic midfield, featuring South American powerhouses like Joelinton or Bruno Guimaraes, overwhelmed Manchester United's midfield trio of Scott McTominay, Kobbie Mainoo, and Bruno Fernandes, who were lacking in physical duels. Erik Ten Hag's questionable decisions, such as leaving Sofiane Amrabat on the bench and starting the young Kobbie Mainoo after a lackluster performance in the 3-3 draw against Galatasaray, raised significant doubts. Unable to retain possession or build up the play, Manchester United found themselves on the defensive. Coach Eddie Howe demonstrated his tactical prowess against Erik Ten Hag's dreamy leadership. The first half statistics showed Manchester United with only 2 shots compared to Newcastle's 14, with 2 shots on target. Manchester United's expected goals, XG, was a meager 0.09, significantly inferior to Newcastle's 1.33. Simultaneously, Manchester United struggled with a possession rate of only 40%. Had it not been for luck and the excellence of Harry Maguire, Manchester United could have conceded at least twice. Notably, in the 10th minute, there was a controversial moment when Dalot clumsily handled the ball inside the 18-yard box, but VAR did not intervene. In the 39th minute, Kieran Trippier's well-placed shot hit the crossbar in Onana's desperate attempt. Fortunately for Manchester United, they held firm in the first half without conceding. The expected 15-minute halftime break, thought to be a precious time for Manchester United to regroup, turned out to be even more haunting in the second half. Newcastle continued to press and attack relentlessly. Meanwhile, Anthony Martial was ineffective up front, Rashford went missing on the right flank, and Garnacho faced a formidable opponent in Trippier. Newcastle's persistence paid off in the 55th minute when Manchester United's failed build-up allowed Trippier to deliver a precise cross for Anthony Gordon to tap in close range. This highlighted Newcastle as a well-balanced force with a harmonious blend of youth, experience, physical strength, and fluid teamwork. Despite falling behind, Manchester United failed to rally against their deficit. Therefore, Erik Ten Hag had to make personnel changes, resulting in an improved performance compared to the first half. In the 80th minute, Amrabat entered the field, showcasing the importance of physical players. Despite appearing for only a few minutes, Amrabat caused difficulties for Newcastle's strong players, something Bruno, McTominay, and especially Mainoo couldn't achieve. The most notable moment for the visitors occurred in the 89th minute when Anthony's shot from the right deflected off Harry Maguire and went into the net. The referee ruled out the goal for offside, and Maguire, seemingly aware of the error, refrained from celebrating. Maguire, who played a rare standout role in defense, shared his disappointment after the match, acknowledging Manchester United's subpar performance and lack of competitiveness, especially in the first half. Newcastle now sits in 5th place with 26 points, while Manchester United is in 7th place with 24 points. Erik Ten Hag will have to face the consequences of this disaster or find excuses, blaming injuries for Manchester United's woes. Although Manchester United has suffered a series of injuries, it should be noted that Newcastle was missing up to 10 players for various reasons, mostly key players. Erik Ten Hag cannot blame the fixture congestion either, as they returned from the Champions League just like Newcastle, who secured one of the 4 spots for English teams in this prestigious competition. Considering their Champions League performance, Manchester United may not be suitable representatives for the Premier League, especially with their current bottom position and almost no chance of advancing. In contrast, Newcastle, despite being in a tough group, competes evenly with powerhouses like PSG, Dortmund, and Milan. Newcastle, currently in 3rd place, would have practically secured advancement alongside Manchester City and Arsenal if not for a recent controversial draw with PSG. This redefines the Big Four of the Premier League, suggesting that Manchester United no longer deserves to stand among the elite. If they do not improve quickly, Erik Ten Hag might receive an unpleasant Christmas gift from Santa Claus, a termination notice. This video comes to an end. Thank you to all Football 365 fans for watching. If you found this interesting, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. Once again, thank you very much. Goodbye, and see you in our next videos.